guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and your boy has finally gotten JANEMBA rainbowed. I think I'm gonna do a we're gonna do a normal rainbow video on him. Keep in mind though that again, JANEMBA is one of these characters that gets way more powerful at full level 10 links, right? Because JANEMBA, of course, is a big bad boss's character. And you know, when you get that extra 25% attack and defense at all times, that's really, really big. So let's go and put the rainbow star on him. I'm going to talk about my spread here, right here, because, you know, people are going to be very upset with it. Like, you know, I tweeted it out, and I'm getting replies like, you don't even deserve to have him. And it's like, dude, okay, relax. Number one, okay, I mean, just being honest here, it does cost a lot of resources to change, you know, like, stuff, right? So, like, this crit right here, I mean, watch, I'll just go ahead and do it right now. So you need 10 stones, right? Bam. 10 stones, and then, you know, you lose it. But then you have to reopen it up with, like, orbs as well, right? Like, that's how you would sort of, like, redo the thing. Now, for, like, free-to-play players and stuff like that, I don't recommend, you know, using a lot of stones or extra dupes and stuff like that to change your spread around. Using orbs also can be a big inconvenience as well. I'm at the point where I have, like, everything rainbowed, so, like, orbs, as long as I just do my dailies and stuff like that, I'm always going to have the orbs needed, so it's not really a big deal to me. And then, of course, I have as many stones as I want, like, as I need, right? So, I put JANEMBA's spread like this specifically for movie bosses Extreme Super Battle Road, which I think is going to be hell to no item, and I want to try it with this JANEMBA. I want it to absolutely maximize his defense because those enemies in there are ridiculous, right? I could also use JANEMBA for transformation boost, Extreme Super Battle Road no item runs as well. Although Goresh did link me a Japanese YouTuber who no item that stage even before LR JANEMBA came out, right? So I'm going to test out JANEMBA once he's at level 10 big bad bosses and stuff like that, trying to go for the no item run with him at 24 dodge. If it feels like it's not working out too well, I will just change. I don't know, like a mix of, like, he gets the buff, right? He's got the buff, 2 key, 22% attack and defense, with every attack performed as the second or third attacker in a turn. So if you give him additionals and he starts out, you know, slot 2, turn 1, and he double attacks, you're getting 4 key and 44% attack and defense. You're buffing like 2 of the 3 stacks already turn 1. That's why additionals can be useful for him. But remember, his super attack effects themselves are not really that impressive. So, you know, I would say probably what you'd want to go for JANEMBA's full crit. Also, you know, I do recommend, like, for a lot of players, like, 3 dodge I think is smart. But honestly, doing full dodge like this is probably not a good idea. I wouldn't recommend it. I do think a lot of times people overrate, like, you know, oh, this much additional, this much crit for some characters. Like, there are characters where it really matters, like counter characters, like Physical Vegito Blue, characters with built-in additionals like LR Goku and Piccolo, LR Blue Kaioken and Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta. You want to give full crits to those characters, right? For the most part, this hidden potential system stuff is, like, kind of, like, overrated, like, oh, you must go full crit, you gotta go full additional, you gotta do any of that, right? I would recommend against going full dodge for all of your characters. I don't think that's the smartest way to go about it. It's just, for me, specifically to no items, some of these really difficult stages that just came out, I think I could do it if I maximize JANEMBA's defensive potential, but we'll see, right? Maybe it doesn't work out and I just go, like, full crits or something like that. So relax. Holy hell. Again, I think 3 dodge, like, for all players out there, I think 3 dodge is good. Going full dodge is probably not a good idea 99% of the time, or giving a whole bunch of dodge or anything like that. You just want to give yourself 3 dodge, a chance to dodge so it could save you in a difficult situation. But then, you know, just going, like, whatever additional or crit rate like that, I feel like for the most part for many units doesn't matter too much. Again, except for characters like counters, a lot of additional normals are going to be doing. You want full crits for those characters for sure. So, all right, let's test out Rainbow JANEMBA on a few teams, see how good he looks. I think key and damage can be an issue for a bit at times for this JANEMBA compared to a lot of the other top units in the game, but I do think this JANEMBA is definitely one of the best units in the game. Alright guys, so we are here in an event. We're starting out on our boy JANEMBA's team. So we're starting out at a cool 100 and... Oh my god, dude, this JANEMBA is crazy. So we're at 146k defense, right? Pretty good. Except for the fact that these links like big bad bosses and Metamorphosis are getting a lot of defense if he was at level 10 Lynx. Dude, I'm telling y'all, this JANEMBA is ridiculous. Like, when he's, like, full level 10 Lynx. Like, and you have him with characters that will have, you know, big bad bosses, shocking speed, Metamorphosis, brutal beatdown, fierce battle, like, these, like, common villain Lynx. This JANEMBA, he is going to be brutal, dude. He is going to be crazy. Now, this is exactly what I was talking about, in that I think he will struggle for key a lot if you don't have support. Because that key mechanic of his, he does get 2 key, you know, from attacking, but you gotta run him in slot 2. That's not always going to be practical, because this guy is, like, probably the best defensive unit in the game. You're most of the time going to want him in slot 1, I would imagine, in, like, Super Battle Road stages and stuff like that. So it's not as simple as, oh, just run him in slot 2 and he builds up key, it builds up attacker defense. No. It's like, all right, Super Battle Road turn 1, there's 60 attacks in slot 1. Looks like we're putting JANEMBA right there, right? So definitely understand that. I'm going to let this rotation play out. I'm not going to use any items or nothing, right? I just want to see what JANEMBA will do. I can't use Fat JANEMBA's ability because he sucks. If there's any criticism I have for Super JANEMBA, it's that they did not make him a Rainbow Orb Changer to help Fat JANEMBA. Fat JANEMBA's design now is nonsensical, to say the least, considering he doesn't work that great with even the LR JANEMBA, right? Like, Fat JANEMBA is just a loser, honestly. You know, if Super JANEMBA had been like a godly, like, what if he was like a double Rainbow Orb Changer? It's like, okay, Fat JANEMBA, I see what they're going for, but they didn't do that. That attack set was pathetic, by the way. That's really bad. But, I mean, we're not getting support. We do have at least a decent linking partner with a couple of good links. But, again, a character with big bad bosses without being level 10 big bad bosses. Overall, the card is going to be nerfed. But I literally have no idea how long it's going to take me to grind JANEMBA to level 10 big bad bosses. I could get it done tomorrow. I could get it done in a week, right? Who knows? So I did still want to do a rainbow video on him. It's pretty good turn 1 by Cooler right there. Okay, goodbye. With the, you know, possibility of 2 additionals after that. All right, Physical Cooler, you're ridiculous. Thank you. Okay, so now we got a much better rotation. Again, we've seen JANEMBA in a rotation where, like, he wasn't really so hot, right? What would we get right there? Oh, that's Fear and Faith. That's just a key link. Who cares? I don't really give a shit about that. All right, I want JANEMBA I want to full up on his key, right? Now, we have not built him up at all yet. Keep in mind, you know, slot 2 or 3 to actually build him up. Intentionally in this first run, I'm just not going to, like, go jump through hoops to get that. I do want... There we go. That's JANEMBA's support passive. So, 146k defense. Let's go ahead and hit that right there. Boom. Now we get extra support, 166k. Now, remember, JANEMBA... He's got a lot of defense from equips, man. How much is this giving him? So my JANEMBA is getting 1,100 defense from equips, right? Which will work really well with his guard. And then obviously I've got him with a lot of dodge as well. Don't forget, JANEMBA also does have that blast super type like nullification that you will probably see activate very often. Yeah, double-digit damage on his guard is what you're going to be seeing a lot. 3.52, like, that's bad. A rainbowed summonable LR that came out yesterday, that's not a good attack stat. Even if he's the best defensive unit in the game, right? Because, like, the unit who I would consider number 2 defensive unit, but again, at level 10 links, he's going to look a lot better, right? Just relax. But UI Goku, who I would consider the second best unit in the game, I mean, he could do, like, triple 5 million attack stats that are, like crits, right? Like, it's not the same at all. UI Goku hits, like, 500 times harder than this JANEMBA. Like, it's actually not even comparable, I would say. JANEMBA's damage to UI Goku's damage. But again, I think JANEMBA is, I would say, you guys know I'm the number 1 UI Goku stan there is. But JANEMBA's just better defensively. Like, I don't really, you know, like, you could say, like, UI Goku, you know, you could more easily dodge, like, you know, all super attacks, whereas JANEMBA can only dodge Ki Blast super attacks, right? But then again, you go up against, like, the Tech Super Saiyan 4 Ultra Full Power Goku, and, like, he super attacks UI Goku, and you're dead. But, like, JANEMBA's just guarding it, and he's going to take, like, 100k or less, which is, like, literally nothing against that boss. So, I would argue JANEMBA is the best defensive unit in the game. He's good. Again, damage, again, it's not really that impressive. In this run right here, I did not have him in slot 2 at all throughout the fight, so we didn't get that extra sort of ability from him. I think his damage numbers and his defense are going to be ludicrous after you have him in slot 2 and 3 a couple of times. But again, that, like, for like a long, JANEMBA might be the best character in the game for long events, honestly, because, you know, very start of it, you could easily get his 3 attacks in slot 2 or 3, and then he shows up in slot 1 with 300k defense guarding, right? He's doing 7 million attack stats. But, like, you know, Super Battle Road Battlefield, places like this, key and damage will be an issue for him, I think, in the short-term difficult events, even though he's still going to be a great unit to use. Alright, so now we're over here on the Transformation Boost / Terrifying Conqueror team. Remember, one criticism of JANEMBA that certainly is valid is that he does not have a lot of teams in which to run him on, right? Like, that's definitely true. You know, there are, you know, some spots, like, movie bosses in Transformation Boost are very, very good. But, I mean, let's be real, you're not running Exploding Rage or Corroded Body and Mind, literally ever. So, you know, those are not exactly, like, valid teams for him. But the first two I would consider premium teams, Movie Boss and Transformation Boost. You're getting constant buffs for both of those teams. Movie Bosses and Movie Heroes are very obviously and clearly a focus for Dokkan right now. So, you know, JANEMBA being a new Movie Bosses leader, not a bad thing. Alright, so here we are. Holy hell. Oh my, dude, this JANEMBA is like, I hope you guys can see his power being displayed right here. Because this is JANEMBA. If he was at level 10 Lynx, he'd be at like 230k plus defense right here. Turn 1 with guard, with the 50% chance to nullify key super attacks. This boy is nuts, right? Alright, so let's put him in slot 2. We are very easily going to be able to start building him up a little bit. That's very important, right? We are going to be a little bit shy on key. I could have used a little bit of orb changing, but it's okay. We saw some numbers that he would do without his passive built up. We'll orb change in a bit. All right, what do we have in terms of links? Oh, this is a really... The only two links we don't have active here are Big Bad Bosses and Shocking Speed are the only two we don't have active. And the only reason we don't have Big Bad Bosses active is, of course, it's not level 10 links, right? We'd have to actually take damage for it to be activated. So that's pretty good. Remember that Prime Battle Frieza is a very legitimate option on a lot of these teams. Prime Battle Frieza is crazy, right? You definitely do want to make good use out of him. All right, so JANEMBA 2.79. I mean, barely over 12k, or barely at a 12k super attack. Still, that's pretty bad. I mean, you know, here's Frieza very easily getting to 5.51, right? And it's like, we didn't even get to the 18 key threshold. Frieza just gave himself key with that. But it's all right. You know, again, as we go further into an event, JANEMBA is going to be able to look better and better and better. We also do have... I brought Buhan here. Again, I'm probably just going to do a couple of different runs with Transformation Boost to try and get JANEMBA with different partners, sort of show off how he's going to look with different characters. JANEMBA and Buhan is going to be a tremendous rotation. It's going to be one of the best in the game. I think the introduction of JANEMBA into this game, LR JANEMBA, makes Buhan better. This character is now better with the introduction of JANEMBA, right? This guy is definitely going to be stronger. Buhan still's got his built-in additionals, still stacking, you know, as Buu tanks, and then, you know, Buhan is able to really deliver the hammer. Don't forget that JANEMBA does have his active skill, too. And Buhan, like, if you're using a rotation of the two of them together, Buhan is going to make it much more practical to be able to get that active skill, too. All right, so this is a ludicrous rotation right here. JANEMBA should look very good here. Yeah. With level 10 links, he'd be well over 300k defense. And again, not fully built up either. I am going to go ahead and do... Let's just do a little bit of rainbow orb changing right here. Or, excuse me, not rainbow orb changing, but just orb changing right here in general. Get JANEMBA his 24 key. And then we'll see the level of damage he's going to do on this turn. I think for our next run, let me go into, like, the Legendary Goku event so we can actually get some turns in, right? With JANEMBA, fully build up his passive, see how he's going to look with his passive fully built up. I would want some rotations with JANEMBA fully built up without support, with support, stuff like that. We'll sort of see how he's looking. Okay, so JANEMBA right here, that's good. Without not being level 10 links, with the amount of defense he's at, like 7 million right there, that's much better, right? And that I think that's with only one of his buffs. Because his buffs, I think, kick in as soon as the attack is done. So that was only with the extra 22% attack and defense right there. There's still 44% he left on the table. I'm probably just going to go with this. I'm going to go right back into an event, probably with this exact team. We'll go into the Legendary Goku event, and we'll let Janemba build up. Oh, nice. Legendary Power just leveled up. That will give us a little bit of extra damage coming up. Okay, cool. All right, so we're in the OG Legendary Goku event right here. Again, we're just trying to see how powerful Janemba can build up and become as we're going through an event. Again, it's just going to be very common for this guy to struggle for ki at the start of these events. Like, I'm telling you, he's going to be struggling for ki, I think. It's just like an LR wanting to get an 18 ki super attack where he's getting no ki from his passive. His first turn, that first turn ki is going to be an issue. It's I guess sort of similar to like LR Goku and Piccolo, how they can look kind of bad on their first turn, but then they actually start to look like one of the best units in the game once they start building that passive up. Oh, that's really good. So that right there gave us the double buff. We got 2 attacks in. That's why additionals can be good for this guy, because the additionals will build up the extra ki attack and defense right there. So already we've done 2. 1 more turn, 1 attack in slot 2, and we've got him fully built up already, right? It really does not take that long. Okay, that's pretty good. That's ideal right there. That's exactly what we wanted to see, was Janemba popping that additional right there. That's why I gave him a little bit more additional than crit. But again, I'm not sure. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna use Janemba. Once Big Bad Boss is level 10, I'm gonna use him in difficult events. I'm going to see if I like him having all this extra dodge or not. Right now, I don't know, right? Like, it could be a mistake, absolutely. I want to actually test it out first against these difficult stages. I'm unsure of how Janemba will tank Rainbowed level 10, Big Bad Bosses, level 10 Links and stuff like that in Movie Bosses Super Battle Road, too. Because I foresee myself maybe using Janemba with, like, one of the Golden Freezes. And remember, Golden Freezes does not have Big Bad Bosses, so we shall see. All right. So this is going to be good. We are going to be able to build up Janemba's full passive after this turn right here. Now the ki is a little bit easier. You can see how much extra ki at the start of turn. 327k, huh? Dude, it's what it is with Janemba. I like this design quite a bit. They made him a defensive god, but for something like long events or something like that, you can make his damage, and I mean his defense will be even better too, but you can make his damage very competitive. I mean, he's at 8 million right there. He's not even fully built up. Now he's fully built up, so this guy is going to be ridiculously competitive once you're building up that passive of his. Once you start getting all this extra attack and defense, this boy is going to start to look rather good. I am actually very impressed with what I've seen from Janemba thus far. I think he is a ridiculously good and powerful character. Again, I can't say for certain if he's better than LR Broly until I do the full world tour. Again, I can't do that until Big Bad Boss is level 10, and there's no timetable on that. Garlic Jr. took me over a week to get to Big Bad Bosses level 10. That was the last Big Bad Bosses character to come out. That's the only thing. Big Bad Bosses has been made the strongest Link in the game, but unfortunately for characters that have it, you're looking at just a nerfed version of that character until Big Bad Boss is level 10. So that's definitely if you're a player and you've got you like using villain teams and stuff, you should prioritize Link leveling your characters that have Big Bad Bosses, getting them to Big Bad Bosses level 10 and stuff. Alright, so this is the rotation we're talking about. This is a very good rotation. I mean, look at this. We have a lot of his Links active. No reason for me to transform with Bootanks. When Bootanks transforms into Buhan, he gains Big Bad Bosses. So with a level 10 Link Janemba, he's going to link much better with Buhan. Janemba will link better with Buhan than Bootanks, but since my Janemba's Big Bad Boss is not level 10 anyway, we'll just rock it like this. So we have everything active except for Big Bad Bosses and Brutal Beatdown. Wait, Kid Boo's got Brutal Beatdown. Yeah, he does. Okay. Alright, so we'll put Bootanks in slot 1 right here. This is a very good rotation for Janemba, dude. So, I mean, let's see what we're going to get from him. There's 24 ki. Remember, Janemba's fully built up. Defense, 335k. I mean, you guys are seeing it, right? These numbers are crazy considering he's not maxed out yet. His links are not done. And these numbers are very high. I don't know why. Like, Extreme Physical got a huge buff, but they didn't need it, right? Like, the easiest time I've had beating Battlefield Omega Shenron was with Extreme Physical already, and then they just got one of the best units in the game. 7.42 right there. A little bit lower than what we saw before, but, you know, I'm probably at some point we're going to cycle Garlic Jr. back around. I'd like to see what JANEMBA does a rotation with no support, with his passive fully built up. And then I want to see the Kid Buu and Garlic Jr. rotation as well. Those are sort of the two rotations we're going to do. So far, so good for this guy, JANEMBA here. Again, I think he is quite the powerful unit. I'm going to float off Garlic Jr. right here so I could start to get those characters together. All right, so I'm going to do this next turn right here. This next turn will be JANEMBA with no support, because I'm going to transform with Cooler. No support, but his full passive built up. See what numbers he gets, again, without being level 10 links. And then I'm going to cut, and we're going to get another rotation where I've got JANEMBA's full passive built up, and then we have Garlic Jr., Kid Buu, and JANEMBA together. That trio right there. And we'll see the types of damage numbers that we're getting. It's looking pretty good, though. Again, I think JANEMBA's a very, very easy top 10 unit in this game. I'd say there's no question about that. They made him very powerful. He definitely, to me, feels stronger, like, in practice than he does on paper. JANEMBA has impressed me a lot, actually using him, right? Okay, so we'll go ahead and transform with Cool. Oh, we could use our active skill. We'll use that next turn, I think. But again, I do want to see, what do we have? Yeah, we're getting Brutal Beatdown. Damn it. I did kind of want to see that. We're going to get Garlic Jr. next turn. I want to see this rotation of no support. I guess I could do this. As long as Cooler does an additional, we should be good right here. Let me do that right there. And then let's get JANEMBA. Okay, so this is JANEMBA, 24 key with everything active except for Big Bad Bosses. Again, he would have Big Bad Bosses active. Oh, wait, whoops. Damn, I didn't... let me... I got to transform with Cooler first. I have no support. I'm a Muppet. Hold on. I'll come right back when we're about to do this rotation. All right, here's the rotation I was talking about. Hopefully Cooler does not additional too much and finish him off. I don't know. If he does, I guess we'll just come right back and we'll take a look at it. Again, but I would like to see what JANEMBA is looking like fully built up, and then what he's looking like, or fully built up without support, and then, you know, with support and all that stuff like that. As long as Cooler does not do that. God damn it. Okay. Fun. Okay. I'll probably end up just coming back into an, God damn it. Pain in the ass. Okay, here, let me just get through this rotation right here. Actually, I'm gonna have to use a item right here. And then I guess let's just use JANEMBA's active skill, on this next turn real fast. And, you know, sort of see, like, the damage that JANEMBA can output and stuff like that. Remember that when JANEMBA uses his active skill and enters his rage mode, he does have a 50% chance to crit, which is quite good, right? That 50% chance to crit is very, very nice. Well, that's, I guess, where, like, giving him additionals can also help, but I wouldn't really build JANEMBA's hidden potential system based around, like, his rage mode, which you're probably not gonna see that often, right? So let's go ahead and pop this rage mode for JANEMBA right here. Alright, so now JANEMBA gets an extra key per orb, right? So there he is, easily 24 key right there. Now I believe, again, he's got the UI Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta ability. I believe the way this will work is if that, like, individual character double supers, it will be a guaranteed crit, right? But he would have to additional super in order for the guaranteed crit to kick in. And it's not going to work with, like, the different, like, individual units right there. Like, each one of these three JANEMBAs on rotation is separate, right? So he'd need to additional super right here, and it'd be a guaranteed crit. But, you know, you could get some free, nice damage in here. The only thing, I don't know that this is really... Yeah, he's doing a lot of damage, actually. I think Janemba probably has the best Rage / Grade 8 mode. You know, the fact that he's going to be critting so much in here means the damage he's going to output is going to be very, very good. There, the little sword turns into dust and he laughs. Like, it's so goofy. He just laughs at it. Okay. All right, poor little sword right there. All right, so let's see what Janemba does right here. Looks like I'm going to struggle for ki a little bit here. Not really too bad. Yeah, we are going to get an 18 ki super attack. All right, let's get this one rotation right here. Next turn, this is going to give us, you know, we'll have 24 ki. We're going to have Garlic Jr., Kid Buu. Janemba's going to be fully built up. And then I do want to finish just on a rotation where Janemba's fully built up and we don't have support. Because, again, I feel like it is very important to sort of see these units in a lot of different situations with different characters and stuff like that. But you can see, once Janemba's fully built up, his damage numbers are really good, considering I think he's the best defensive unit in the game, right? And we haven't seen it so far in this video, but he does. There's that dodge of mine. But he does have the 50% chance to nullify blast super attacks, right? So against like STR UI Goku, we could nullify his blast super attacks. Okay. So we'll get this one turn right here. And then we will see what our boy is capable of doing. I'm just going to go ahead and pop an item right here, just to make sure we don't have to worry about any nonsense. Oh, we got nice. We got a lot of physical ki right here for us to work with. Yeah, we'll just hit that right there. Okay, and let's see what he is going to do next turn, our boy Janemba. I mean, he's going to be over 8 million, not even being level 10 links. Pretty good, right? So you can see how, like, you know, Janemba's going to do good damage once you build him up. But you're going to have a lot of instances of you're using him in Battlefield, you're using him in Super Battle Road, you know, these very difficult stages, and Janemba's one of the better characters in the game for these stages. And in there, the damage is not going to be there. But if you're doing GT Legendary Goku event, Infinite Dragon Ball History, I mean, Janemba's going to look like a top 5 unit in the game, easy, right? Like, he's just going to be crazy. He's going to be untouchable, and the damage is going to be very good, right? Because, like, in a lot of these long events, it would not be difficult. It's not difficult to build him up whatsoever in, like, long events, right? Where typically they start out, you know, weaker, and then they get stronger as you move on. So you can have Janemba chilling in slot 2, fully build up, and then boom, slot 1, and you could, you know, you're in business. You're ready to go. All right. So, okay. 400k defense. Huh. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, Janemba. I would say that's quite solid right there. I do have a... No, I don't... Oh. I don't have a shoe item. God damn it. Hang on. Ah! All right, here we go. Let's see what our boy Janemba is going to do in this rotation. Garlic Jr. is strong. He's not... Garlic Jr. is not going to get us killed. He would only be damaged by a super attack. Hopefully, we'll see Janemba eat a super attack right here because he has a 50% chance to nullify it. The animation is sick. Now, I would definitely say Janemba's nullification is basically just a worse, like, chance. Like a character that has a 50% chance to dodge is superior to this Janemba's ability because you could dodge anything, whereas Janemba's only dodging blast super attacks, essentially. But I mean, it's still pretty damn good. All right, 7.82 right there. Not bad by our boy Janemba. Again, we had most of his good links active right there. Super attack? No, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna now cut one more time, and let's see what Janemba's damage is on a turn where he does not have support. I think that'll be good to see. Fully built up with no support. Let's see. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look at what our boy Janemba is capable of doing. How about we just go ahead and do this, and we transform with the Tech Fat Janemba. See the two Super Janembas next to each other should work well. Alrighty, so of course the two Janembas share basically almost everything. So on this rotation, we have everything active except for Big Bad Bosses, which, you know, obviously we don't have level 10, so we're not going to have that active. I should be able to get our boy to... Damn it, are you kidding me? And now I can't... Oh. Oh, how fun. What a fun video this has been. Alright, so let's see what our boy JANEMBA does on this rotation right here. Our boy with nearly everything active, except for, you know, big bad bosses. Alright, let's see. We, of course, have him linked up with the Tech JANEMBA. Remember that Tech JANEMBA is, like, a solid unit, but he does not guard, which does hurt him. He does orb change, though, Tech Super JANEMBA, which is good. Obviously, he can get extra damage with extra orbs. He could dodge as well, but... you know, without, like, guard is really what Tech Super JANEMBA does need. And this guy is at 6 milli right there. No support. With that defensive ability he's got, he's a bad boy. LR Super JANEMBA is a bad boy. Definitely deserving of a top 10, you know, unit in the game tag. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and get to grinding. I am going to really try and get him to Big Bad Bosses level 10 quick, so we could actually take him into the difficult content, which is what really matters for LR JANEMBA. We will see. I'm very eager to see how strong this guy is going to be in, like, Super Battle Road stages and stuff like that. So, thanks, guys, for watching. Let me know what you guys think of LR Super JANEMBA, and I'll catch you guys next time.